Welcome to Dot Studio. Today we're going to learn how to do face casting. Having your own face cast is essential in creating great practical effects. And today we're going to show you how to do it in just a few simple steps. Step 1. Prep the face. Step 2. Apply alginate. Step 3. Cover with plaster gauze. And step 4. Pour the negative with casting material. Keep in mind that we only have a maximum of 10 minutes in taking a negative of the face, so all the materials must be ready. We will need petroleum jelly, liquid latex, cling wrap, water, casting material, skin-safe alginate, and I will be using AlgaSafe, and plaster gauze. Stack 2 to 3 strips together for faster application. Remember that you will need this to support the alginate, so make sure to prepare enough strips and casting material. Now that you already have an idea on what to do, let's head over to Darylyn to show us the process. First thing we need to do is prep the face. Using a cling wrap, cover the top of the head. Apply liquid latex on the forehead just to make sure that the cling wrap wouldn't go anywhere. Next, we have to cover all the hairs. Apply petroleum jelly on the eyebrows, eyelashes, or any facial hairs. Once we're done, we can now move on to the second step, which is applying alginate. Measure 1 part alginate, 1 part water, and mix it until there's no more lumps or air bubbles. Remember that the moment the alginate touches the water, you have only about 5 minutes of working time. The warmer the water, the faster it cures. We can then go ahead and start covering the face. Make sure to apply pressure so there won't be any air bubbles on the negative. Make sure to cover the areas around the nostrils without blocking the air passage. This will be the only air source of the model until we're done curing the negative. We will let that set completely for a few minutes before we move on to our third step. Now that the alginate is all set, we can now start covering it with plaster gauze. You have to dip the plaster gauze in water to activate. Again, make sure that we avoid the area where the nostrils are. Smooth out the surface and repeat it until the whole surface is covered until it is thick enough to hold the shape. Once everything is dry, ask the model to tilt their head down, suck on their cheeks, and try to move their face. Before we move to the last step, we first need to block the holes in the nose. Activate a small amount of alginate and press it outside the mold. Now that our negative is ready, we can start pouring the casting material on it. Measure 1 part water and about the same amount of plaster. Take note that plaster cures in about 8 to 10 minutes. The colder the water, the faster it cures. Make sure that you cover the nose and mouth area of the negative. This is where air bubbles usually form. Once you think you have covered those areas, you can go ahead and pour the rest of the mixture until it fills up the mold. Let it cure for a few minutes. Now that our plaster is cured, we can now take it out of the mold. If there are areas that have excess plaster, now is the time to scrape it or sand your face cast, since it is still soft. You can also add a sealer on it to make it shiny and last long. And there you have it. You now learned how to do face casting. Just remember the few simple steps. First, prepare your model's face. Next, apply alginate. Then cover it with plaster gauze. And finally, pour the negative with the casting material. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, click the subscribe button below. Until next time.